play a game.
What's up? It's still loading. Hello, bad guy Dave, Melbourne train guy, and choo choo, I'm a train. Greetings. Soon. And look, 4. Look, 4. That's like 4. Yeah, my camera's backwards. Not my fault. I am doing okay. Thank you, bad guy. I hope everybody else is doing well too. And we're going to take Miss Katy over the hill. Right. Choose a route. Sherman Hill. Timetable. SD70 Akop. And we want Miss Katy, of course. Now, which one are we going to run? That's a good question. I think we should go early in the morning. Hermosa to Cheyenne. That's not pretty exciting. Cheyenne to Laramie. Full length? Yes. All right, then. Let's do it. Let's leave dynamic weather on. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Hello, V. How are you? German trains. English trains. And soon, any second now, American trains. All right, we better set this thing up, I suppose, hadn't we? Reverse forwards, and it worked. Good. Lights would be a good idea. Brake pipe 0. Oh dear. That's a bit shit. Alright, more options. Operator controls. Lead, cut in, back. Right. That might take a little while to pump that up. I'm tipping. It's doing it though. Slowly. It actually says there's 83 at the rear. Interesting. The equalizing reservoir is still 0. Well, I guess it's doing something. So we should release that, apply that. Now let's go have a look. We've got a selection. So we have Miss Katy, of course, which is from the Katy, Kansas. And we've got a UP, another boring UP, and a whole bunch of boring auto racks. And a train that should have Amtrak, but doesn't because it's got fences. Boo-hoo. Never mind. What have we got over here in the roundhouse while we're waiting for our brakes to come up? We've got some cars on the ground. But nothing much going on in the roundhouse itself. I've always wondered if this actually works. It's got all the switches and stuff, so it might do. I hear a disease or where is it? Oh, we're getting closer. Oh, there they are. Couple of SD40s. Are those brakes are ready by now? Might be. They are. Look at that. Oh, let's be quiet. I think we need to turn the game up a little bit. A bit more. It's a bit better. It's pretty quiet today. That's okay. Ooh, why are we going backwards? I had the full application on the independent there. Alright, Fang, let's go. Build some power. There we go. We'll sit over here on the light side, because we wouldn't want to be on the dark side, would we? Down the grade, asked Melbourne train guy. To be honest with you, I don't know. I can't remember. Which way's up? I'm guessing yes, because that's going the other way. That's enough, Beelzebub. Off they go for their little cruise. Bye-bye. Why am I running big, long American freight runs? I don't know. Are there actually cars in there? There are. Well, how about that? I've never noticed there's actually cars inside them before. getting close. You see, oh, how about that? One thing God will leave performance up with, I suppose. What are we allowed to do? 35. We should then. Hang on, huddle. There we go. And of course, we have to do that because, you know, puddle. That'll do fine. Take a screenshot. Just do it. Go. Get it over with. Don't make big connection. Oh, is that error uploading your image? Oh no! Let's do this one instead then. That'll go to Steam at least. Bad Guy says this should be a good 1 to 2 hour run, probably up the hill or down. Yeah, it's about the same either way you go. Bad Guy says, I wonder if Dovetail will ever get their American freight licensing problem solved with these big companies. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought I'd go back in the past today because I've got a Painting World 4 sweatshirt and it's kind of cold here today. Very importantly, to people know, there's a link for you.
Nothing inside. Miraculously reveal Polly again and again.
I don't know if I was playing for you then, but there is a new Spaceballs movie. It's about time. It's only been 3,000 years. V asked, does the in-camp signaling system not work? It doesn't. I don't think it's even relevant. It does things sometimes. These ones don't, but I have seen on some of the locos they do actually do things. Maybe we're going up the hill. Don't know. We'll find out. It's been too long since I looked at this. Do we have a companion? No, we don't. How many locos we got? We've got 3 here. What we got down the back? I saw a classic video of these once being dragged under the bridge at, I think it's San Antonio, and they were too tall for it, and it was just ripping the tops off and smashing into cars. This is a fair-sized train, I have to say. Hold. So we've got this big train, and it looks like 4 locos! Yay! One on the back. Very good. Crossing with no gates and no one died. Is that it? That's where I desperately try and find magic camera angles. I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck on an invisible wall right there. I wanted to go and look through the truck window. Alright? That's all I wanted to do. And I can't. Never mind. Pete, hello to you. Lord Vectron, hello as well. It's a long boy train, says Melbourne Train Guy. Pulled by Miss Katy, of course. Miss Katy comes from a home of corn, wheat, sorghum, and of course rapeseed. You might know it as canola, but its real name is rape. Not my fault. I have found out that 6A will not be up for my night train tomorrow, but my night train is rather large. Night train's normally 4 carriages long. This one's going to be 10, I think. Let me get you the consist. Where is it? Primary, updates, somewhere. There it is. RSM and Friday for 73-74, 5 NBD, 4 of the NALs, 2 NBD, and NBH, random 1, 21 NBHC, another random NBH, 1 NBHC, 10 for 90 tonnes. That is the maximum load for our locomotives. So it's going to be quite the firing run on Friday. There will be maximum shuttling, I think. Lord Vectron says, neat trip you learned recently on camera 2 and 3. You can press 2 or 3 to go down into the train. Didn't you know that? You go, but of course, if they're too far apart, you get a loading screen. I can remember in beta when these bridges weren't actually here yet, and the cars and trucks were just floating over in the sky. It's pretty funny. But we don't mention beta. No. So this is pretty much the scenery we're going to see for the next 2 hours. Yep. Grass. Lots of it. The occasional snow fence. The other thing you can do to the other end of the train is do, I think, control minus? Or is it control plus? No? Maybe it's this one. No? No. I thought that worked. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. Or Doc Fire says the perk of being up early is catching a weekday stream live. Awesome. Whereabouts in the world are you, or Doc Fire? If you know what I'm saying. Do I detect there's actually something on the plane? It's a tree. Do I? Oh, I'm so glad we don't have this mathematical program scenery anymore. It's so much better now. That's not a bad shot. It's very quiet, isn't it? It was quiet last stream too. There you go, I put it up a bit. Let me know what that's like. Can you actually get on those tracks? What happens if you put a train on those tracks? Can you drive them? Never tried. Oh, the draw distance on this is so low. So low. How low can you go? Wisconsin. Ah, nice. Control plus. Well, it's taken us somewhere. I don't think we're in the train anymore. Now, let's go control 0. No. There we go. Well, that took us all the way out of the train. Somewhere. 4:45 in the morning for Doc Fire. That's what I'll be doing on my next firing run as I get up at 4:45 AM. It's delightful, isn't it? So good being awake when no one else is. Where is this mythical road that I'm supposed to be honking for? I don't see one. Let's go look at a rock. There it is. It's a nice windy day, which means that random YouTube channel that claims content copyright on anything that's got wind in it will probably claim copyright on this bit. Now, that's okay. I'll do what I did last time and fight them. Because you have to, really. I thought about making a Train Sim World 6 jumper just for a joke. And I thought, nah, someone will believe it. We're allowed to go lots faster than this, aren't we? We should. More notches. Where's the rail driver bikini? driver's not working. I think it thinks I'm in a different train, I think. Maybe. Controls through it. I can't control the train anymore. Got nothing. I got nothing. Try and sit back in the chair. Can I still do it with the mouse? I can still do it with the mouse, but not the rail driver. There we go, now we've got rail driver. Oh, and all that messing around, I missed out on that. Front you reckon? Gotta go find out. Better go find out. It's the only exciting thing you're going to see for the next hour and a half. We've got to go find out. UVs, yay! Go look at the chemical facility. In through the gate. Should plant the bum on this one. Be like Derail Valley then. There you go. That should be a decent shot. Ah, nice. Perfect. Melbourne train guy says Lord Vectron only just learnt of the PZB hotkey toggles DRA on and off. Does it? How about that? Page down. Lord Vectron says that works in some trains. Bad guy says, how can you claim wind sounds and anything like there's no legal grounds for that? That's correct. Lord Vectron says it's an abuse of the automated system. Because when someone does a claim on you, it's usually automated. And it pops up, and if you go, I want to fight this, it goes, ooh, you know, if you get this wrong, you might lose your channel. And most people just chicken out at that point, and I go, press the button. And then it pops up and goes, they've denied your claim, press the button. Go to level 3, get a human to look. I'm happy to press the button. This train must be quite heavy. What does it think we've got? 7,889 feet. Wait, mouse. I don't think we're supposed to hold for this one, but whatever. Have horn, we'll travel. Vectron says when a DCMA claim is filed, the video is hidden. It can be damaging to channel supply on ad revenue. Indeed. They don't hide it, they just don't give you any of the money. Yeah, that might be going a little too far with the abuse, though. I like when I've heard of ridiculous copyright claims on YouTube, but wind, yes. There are parties that flag videos immediately as the first several days the video is up is critical for ad revenue and views. Indeed, and that person gets the money. Even if you win your appeal, the person who claimed it gets the money. Even if you win. Just let that sink in for a moment. This is not a fair system. I did notice today that YouTube appears to be opening a new version of Google Plus, which you can post on my channel now. Open it up. We'll see what happens. If people are silly, I'll close it again. If people are nice and friendly and constructive, then it'll be fine. It's the internet. What could go wrong? Bad guy says there was no way that would stand up in court. Indeed, but you still don't get any money from the video. But if you're one of those people that makes $5 million in the first 10 minutes of the video runs, and don't laugh, there are people like that. I'll never be there, but there are. Yeah, you just sue them. Oh, if you want to get your money back. MTG says, I saw the new community tab thing. Interesting, I guess. Well, it's like Google Plus and YouTube. Yeah. See whether it keeps Discord open and running or not. Bad Guy says the copyright system was created to protect people who have legitimate copyrights. I think we've gotten to the point where the whole system needs to be re-looked at and rejigged to the point where it can actually work to function properly in this new digital age, because I don't think it was really meant for digital content. No, not really. And it depends what country you're in too, because the protections are vastly different. In Australia, as an example, you own the copyright the moment you created it. You don't have to register it. You don't have to show it to anybody. You don't have to store it anywhere. You own it. That's not so in America, where you actually have to register some content and prove it exists to claim copyright on it. It's an awful lot of cars, isn't it? Who's buying all these cars? What rich person down in Los Angeles is buying all of these cars? Maybe they need new ones because they all got burned. Too soon for that too. Miss Katy to the rescue. So Katy doesn't smoke. The good girl, she doesn't smoke. Oh, she does. It's not as much as the others. Bad Katy. I was looking through videos of things to do in Osaka, which is where I'll be soon. And much to my amusement, I was just watching this person go down the street. And there was this girl holding up a sign that said, "Girl, bad, 20k. I'm thinking, that's subtle. That's very subtle. Oops. It's alright, the gates didn't shut until I got there anyway. Lord Vectron says you should still register to prevent someone using it, avoiding the headache. No, that is not true. In Australia, you do not have to register anything. And it's easy to prove when you created it. Melbourne says, how does YouTube work with copyright to default to the US laws? No, it uses the International Convention. And despite popular belief, you do not surrender your copyright to YouTube. You just give them permission to broadcast it, which is kind of what you want them to do. Copyright laws in Canada are very similar to the ones in the US. You see registered trademarks all over the place. Trademarks are different there. Lord Vectron says, I last trademarked something that was 20 years ago, cost $70. A bit more than that now. The person might be making a complaint, this is a supported region in the US that can't be established. It is done on the International Convention, the Geneva version, I believe. Rough End Bridge. Let's go. Rough End Bridge. Stop about here. Don't think we'll see any cars on this bridge somehow. Such a big open place. Of course you do that if you saw a rail fan. It is a bit of Melbourne train going. The picture is of course the bread that you put nice tasty lamb, some tomato, a bit of lettuce maybe, some red onion, a bit of garlic sauce, some tzatziki, Bad Guy says they're having a bit of an audio conundrum. No. So it's too loud on the outside, is it? Okay. Is that better? That looks better. It's more of those power lines that disappear into the ground. For no readily apparent reason. Love it. probably should have accelerated when I had the chance, shouldn't I, really? Oh, I just thought of something. Hang on. Right. Now the one on the back will actually be helping. That might make a difference. We're just dragging it dead. Lord Vectron says, having a harder time than usual hearing you on the external cam. I accept this. I turned it down a bit, so hopefully it's better. Let's go down to there. How's that? Asahel, hello. Life found random. Hello to you too. Everything's random. Nothing in the world is planned. Good balance. Okay, good. That's a good thing. I was thinking I might do a giveaway this week, but then I looked in my bank account and went, yeah, nah. We'll do more giveaways in the future, but not this week. That's what happens when you're going on a trip. You become broke very quickly. Life. Ooh, 28 miles an hour. See, firing up the one on the back did make a difference. We've gone up 2 miles an hour. Lord Vectron says that Discord Nitro sub, yeah, it didn't help. Although a couple other people must have subscribed too, because a couple other people boosted the thing. And I saw this thing that said you can turn on these tags because you've got enough boosts. What they don't say is it actually uses your boosts. It's like, good on you. I don't know if I can turn them off again. Because, you know, they're really shit on Discord, I have to say. There we go, server boost status. So I don't know if I can just turn off those stupid tags. Boost perks, there we go. Backgrounds. Just trying to see it. Server boost status, server template. Engagement, server tag. So if I turn it off, do we get the boosts back? Let's find out. Turned off. Save. Boost status. Yes, you do get the boosts back. Good. I think. They came from deep substrate and BR class of vapority. Yeah, it's all good. Have we got our boosts back? 3 of 7. No, it gave back 1. Yeah, good. Fine. That's a bit crap. Asahoya said, meant you alive versus F in the word. Ah, that one. Doing giveaways must be difficult given the shape of the Aussie dollar. Yeah, it's not amazing. It's not amazing at all, I have to say. Lord Vectron says, how is your member icon on YouTube different? It is length of time, yes. Or, train. Intermodal. I'll have to look at the channel setup because it might actually be the different memberships. Have a look. So I can't actually remember. It's been so long ago since I set that stuff up. YouTube Studio. No, you can't see what I'm doing. I apologise. Hey, look, I can watch my own stream. Why would I do that? Members. Is it there? No. Customization. Where? Where is it? Settings? Promotions, community moderation? No. Somewhere, it's in here somewhere. And there's the back of that train. I cannot for the life of me see where that stuff's set up. Maybe it's in here. Memberships. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, 2 dots is time. Is good. Has everybody smashed their like button yet? Do you need a replacement? Weldon says deep substrate sounds like a guy who knows his calcite. Could be. Yes, of course the boots give you wings. Absolutely. Fly near the sun with them. Melbourne Train Guy says no headlights on 1 month, then 1, then 2. This route needs some re-landscaping just at the ground texture. Little bushes and the grass is okay. Just be plain some more. So if anybody's in Melbourne and out rail fanning on Friday, the night train that I'm firing is a full 10 cars instead of the usual 4 or 5. So it should be at least make some interesting photos in the dark if you can manage that. Let's see if it's going to be foggy. Let's have a look. What's the weather saying? Yep, bomb doesn't support secure, I know. Melbourne. Friday, sunny. The chance of morning fog about the hills, not evening fog. Damn. That's a pity. Be nice to have fog. Here's my little box of GoPro stuff. I should charge your batteries while I'm sitting here. Because the GoPro just gobbles its batteries up when you're not watching. It just empties them. Why is this stuff? How does this thing always manage to hide itself on my bed? As long as I move stuff around, it just does good. Train hasn't finished going past yet, that's good. What should I do in Osaka? I'm still looking. There's one. Charging. No. Turning it on. Now it's charging. Right, let's do it on charging. Pick up my work back too. I'll pick it up in 50 tomorrow. From this is I pick work at about 7:30 in the morning. And I've got to go up to Emerald, and I've got to go back to work. Just what you wanted. Yay! The SD70 probably does have an alert, or I haven't turned it on. You want me to? I can. I can never get this laptop into my bag. I was having a look at GoPros too, because a second GoPro would be kind of useful. Yeah, it's still working. Good. It probably does have an operator. That one? There you go, it'll be that one. Cab signal fuse. EAD, that might be it. Alerting device, maybe. We'll see. I don't think the cab signal fuse actually does much.
UP detector milepost 4.0. Track 1, no defects. Total axle 3.8. Train speed 5.3 mph. Temperature 7 degrees. Detector out.
Railroad, Union Pacific is what we want.
UP detector milepost 5.3.0.
Excuse me. Thanks for the memories, they sent me. It's railroadradio.net dead. No, it's alive. Live radio streams. And we want that. Western zones we want. We're probably about as close as we're going to get. Is that bell going? I think it is, isn't it? It is. I have VLC on this computer. I'm just trying to get the radio working for you all. Oh, we had it. We do. Maybe not. Media, open, downloads, Roseville, play. Now I've got to add that to a channel format. Let me just turn that on. Let's go to voice chat, that'll do. And let's turn on voice chat. Voice chat is on, okay. Getting a lot of radio chatter, but it's 4 something in the morning, so I'm not that surprised. But I have got the Roseville radio from Sacramento running now. Lexic Dark says, how many miles to the next tree? That's probably none. 0 trees. Look at the hills, they're interesting. I don't think there's any brakes on Melbourne train guy. Pete says 2 miles to Carlisle for you. Very good. Mad guy says that would actually be a really cool feature for the game in the future. They could stream some kind of live train radio into the game. Well, I'm trying to stream one now, but I don't think anyone's talking. Let's try a different one. Because it is playing something, but it's not playing anything really useful. Try Central Valley, see if anybody's on that one today. Keep it. Open it. Open. Looks like Central Valley's quiet as well. Oh, there we go. So we've got 2 radio stations running now. How are you, Lexic Dark? How are you in the wilds of the Latrobe Valley Hills? Weird though, that sounds. There we go. That's the extent of intelligence we're going to hear on the radio today. That was a UFO stealing a cow. Someone's sitting on their handpiece. We had that on my last run of fucking Billy. Someone was just sitting on the handpiece going... You can almost hear a voice in that one. In the quiet of the comfort cab with the window open, so it should be loud. Open the door. Doesn't really help. Newt Mooch. Lexic Dark says, speaking of UFOs stealing cows, apparently the Valley is the crime capital of Victoria, and I thought it was around your place. No, we sent them all to you. We told all the bogans that there was free ice in Morwell. And off they went. There's one thing you've got to learn about an Aussie boat is they're not very clever. Seemed necessary. No suggestions of what to do in Osaka. I know what to do in Tokyo. That's easy. Oh, it must be in the quarry. How interesting that we came across a quarry service. That's cool. I'm trying to think if it's moving. It's hard to tell. Maybe very slowly. Just hope it's not on my track, because here comes another train. Get away with the drivers. That's what Ho says. Sherman, yes it is. We got the squeeze on here down the Steel Canyon. Lexington says just as fast as a crack addict in withdrawal. Absolutely. They all believed us, off they went. This guy is waiting for us. Sorry. Sorry. Now, if we stay here long enough, we should see it leave.
E419 south approach marked
Maddie Lynn, hello to you. Asaheo says got it when it was free. Excellent. It's got invaded. Nice scenarios, says Asa. It does have some good scenarios. That other train's still going. We look through this one. It's still there. There it goes. There's the end of it. Look at the machines that don't do anything. We need machines that do things, Dovetail. You know you can monkey with their train. Can't push the buttons for that, do you? Melbourne train guy says, what's going on around Preston though, Lexi? Did you hear about that four-wheel drive at Northland? Uh-oh. Guess who forgot about the alerter? That would be me. So if we're going to do that shot, which we are, we're going to turn that one. That one. We're going to turn those off. Come on, close it. Yep, you do your thing, train. Notch 8. You go, go, go. Ooh, this could be painful as it slowly releases the brakes down the back. MTG says it's a Muppet and a Land Cruiser plowed through Northland trying to escape the police. What a wanker. Or as the English would say, a total bell end. Anyway, let's race back up here because we want to see the other one leave.
UP detector, milepost 11.7. UP detector, milepost 11.7. No defect. Total axle 748. Temperature 13 degrees. Detector out.
560 there. That's right. 419, we're stopped. I do have the signal aspect into you at control point SP085, over.
That's nice for him. They're louder than me.
Copy. Like I said, we'll talk you by church there. You have to pull down to the diamond and talk to the BN. Get your authority to get across the diamond, and then we'll have to talk about Scott's when you pull up to Scott's there.
Okay, thank you. Ready to flag 85, over.
Hang on here, this computer's not letting it go.
Give it a good smack, over.
Well, it doesn't like that you're sitting back there. I might have to move your symbol. Try it again here. Give anything to have our old system back, which is crazy.
Sooner or later, that signal will change.
18 TPSP085, authority to pass the signal displaying stop. Main 2 to main 2, southbound.
After stopping QP8419 at control point SP085, has authority to pass signal displaying stop indication from main track 2 to main track 2 to proceed south, over.
Authority to spad.
That's correct. And you got your radio channel and stuff for the BN?
Yes, 3636 and tone is 240, over.
Okay, copy. He knows you're going to be coming, or he should, so he should answer you there.
Okay, thank you.
So when the back of my train passes this signal, this one should go green.
Track 521, highball there, good marker, second.
The railroad chatter is coming from railroadradio.net. We're listening to that one.
You want me to take it ahead, please?
Lexic says, my solicitor mate got back from the US tour, got sick for months on return, had his electrocuted skull, and then they ran his girlfriend down his street, so tracked them down.
Dispatcher 5-6, over.
So he got his stuff back.
Go ahead.
Real soon now, this train will go. Any moment. It's a lot of waiting, isn't it? Should I just go back to my train? You can tell me what you want to do. My train's approaching the next one, so it should be passing through the one behind it. So we should see a change, unless of course there's another train coming along behind us here. Which there could be. Here's my train. Is there another one coming? No. Oh, hang on. Yes, there is. No, it's going the other way. Yeah, I tend to agree. We've waited this long, we might as well keep waiting. Oops. Meanwhile, I'll get defect detector going again. Because it's stopped. I need to wonder if he's ever going to get the go. Oh, there he goes. After all this time, we get to see it. Yay!
UP detector. Milepost 324. No train C2. 8 miles per hour. Temperature 48 degrees. Out.
Lexic says the thief wore all black with red shoes and had jerry-rigged 5 phone chargers in series to charge the scooter. Yep. Now, back to ours, which will cause a loading screen probably. There it goes. It's gotten up to a whopping 33 miles an hour. So the restart was helpful, I guess. As they say in the classics in the Midwest, Katy's going, oh, oh, oh. I've never been to a tractor pool, honest. Maybe I'm lying. Big crack energy, says it, PG. Like Red Bull, but more expensive. What is with the tyres on this route?
PA419 calling BNSF dispatch over.
Why do these exist? Are they collectibles or what?
Stop indication of view at UP crossing over.
Is there UP8419? I do have the signal aspect in view at the UP crossing, ready to flag. UP main 2, UP main 2 south over.
Right after stopping UP 8419 at UP crossing has authority to pass signal to display stop indication. UP main 2 to UP main 2 south over.
After stopping UP 8419 at control at UP crossing has authority to pass signal to display stop indication from UP main 2 to UP main 2 proceed south over.
That's correct, over.
Oh, correct. Thanks for help.
No problem. It's dispatcher.
There's another SPAD coming up. Not mine, no. I know there's little red flags over here. These are collectibles. The little flags. I don't know about the tyres. I think Lexic Dark's right. There are some trees coming up. Looks like a nice new shiny tractor tyre. Impressive. We haven't got a water tower coming. Delightful. Yes, Mexic, you're supposed to stop the train and get the red flag. That's it exactly. Or you can just do what I did and walk the whole line, pick them all up. It's all been reset since then. This bit of track actually exists. It's real. I just muted that in time. I remember when the route first came out, all these people go, oh, you missed the track. Loser DTG missed the track. But no, they didn't. This is actually real. This bit of track is missing in real life. Is this a summit? Might be. We have the water tower.
Just saying the brake is
Hello, C. We have a water tower and some trees and some grass. Grass that rhymes with ass because donkeys eat it. Which ironically in my kind of English, in English still actually works because grass rhymes with ass because donkeys eat it.
Dispatcher 5-6.
Not quite right though.
UP 8419, just got our flag instructions from the BN over.
Okay, copy. Up at Scott's, got a track occupancy in the OS at Scott's, so I can't operate any of the switches. The crossovers will be locked up. You don't have to do anything with those switches. The only switch you'll have to hand operate is going from main 2 towards the Oakland main there. That switch you'll have to operate for your movement there towards the Oakland main.
Okay, track occupancy. We don't have to operate the crossovers, only main track 2 to the Oakland main over.
English, Australian. That's it.
That's correct. That's the switch you'll have to handle there for your movement. Yeah, the crossovers are good. You don't have to hand operate those.
Okay. Flag by this?
Yeah, I'll have to talk you by it in just a second. All right, after stopping UP 8419,
I am okay. See, how about yourself?
have authority to pass the signal displaying stop from main 2 towards the main track, Oakland main track, southbound.
After stopping UP 8419 at control point SP087 has authority to pass through the rolling stop indication from main track 2 to Oakland main. Proceed south over.
That's correct. And you have authority to hand operate the switch there for main 2 towards the Oakland main for your movement.
And we do have authority to hand operate from main track 2 to Oakland main. Switch.
That's correct.
Alright, thank you.
Katie's just gone through the tight one. Hello, Bob's Railway Madness. I'm okay.
Dispatcher
How about
5-6.
yourself?
Dispatcher 5-6.
We're trundling along on Sherman Hill. Gonna go down bubble soon. If you've never used this siding, that's a red signal. Go figure.
Go ahead, they're over. 7 over.
No, the radio comms isn't coming from in-game, see?
What's up, they're over.
It is coming from
I'll go over dead 9 and
that.
what's up, they're over.
Bob says run away down steep grade or told to go fast because of an emergency. We're just going fast. We're not even going downhill yet, we're going uphill. We are going a little bit quick. Little bit.
Yes, sir.
Where does it show on the camera?
Hang on, reload.
The rear of our train.
It'd be cool if we had that in the game though, wouldn't it?
7 over.
Some realism. What would we do with so much realism?
You're probably about like 15, 20 cars west of the crossovers.
Alright. 5-6, BNSF 7689, over. Yeah, looks like you found a handbrake back there and looking for picked up.
No, handbrake doesn't correct the hot bearing there. If you're a key train, that car has to get set out no matter what. Hot bearing there. If you're a key train, that car has to get set out no matter what. I should do it. Yeah, handbrake doesn't correct. It's not a correctable issue. The wheel hot, bearing hot. Yeah, handbrake doesn't correct. It's not a correctable issue. The wheel hot, bearing hot. Yeah, talk to me before you move. But yeah, I mean, if the bearing was hot, it's going to need to be set out.
Memorialism. Hello.
Handbrake is
Now we're starting to go downhill.
the handbrake doesn't. If it was for a hot wheel, not a hot bearing, a handbrake. Not for a hot bearing.
Alright, I'll see what the conductor finds other than that, and then we'll get back.
But you're not a key train then, you're showing. My list had you
Bob says DTG missed the boat with this route. No one is on the route and they haven't included 844 or 4014 as their base there.
Well, let me know, I mean, what you got. If it was hot, bearing's hot, was hot, we'll have to send it out there. Let us know.
There's another red flag.
Okay, roger that, so we'll call you back.
We have tipped over the summit of Sherman Hill. We are now powering down the other side.
Alright, Jose, did you find any hot bearings? So just the one handbrake and no one bearing overhead or go behind.
I think it'll take a third party to bring something like 4014 into this game, which is the we need to convince Mike Rennie that it's a good idea. He's the one who made it for Train Sim Classic.
Yeah, if it's warmer than the other ones, it's probably cooled off a bit. Warmer than the other ones grounded. They're picking up your shirt.
I don't know how well the dynamic brakes will actually work at 44 mile an hour, but we'll see. See, thinks they didn't miss the boat. They can't add everything. This is true, but it would be really cool to have the big boy in here. The Challenger wouldn't be bad either. Lexic Dark says, finally going downhill, you say. Wasn't it already going downhill from the start? Yes, probably. What whiny things these dynamic brakes are.
We'll see if we can find a bearing that's warmer than all the other ones around us here.
That's it, Lexic Dark. See you next Tuesday. Bob says, let's hope someone makes some third parties will end up being the bread and butter of the DTG for content. Over time, of course. Same as Grand Sim Classic was. There's more third-party stuff than DTT stuff.
On 4.5. Main 1, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 5, 4, 2, out.
So he says, so I'll be shocked if that comment works. It did. Have I never shown you that website, see? This is Aussies, mate. There you go. Have a look at that, see? Just don't do it on a work computer. And I might point out that is actually a government website for the tourism body. Water. Ah, you can't get to it to get the reflections. What? Boring. Just sit here by the flag then.
So how hard are the other axles?
Bob says, I get that, see, but 844 is UP's flagship. Plus there
How
are
hard are
computers
the
out there, I
other
think, that can
journals
handle it all
around
without being
besides
murdered.
that 109?
Might struggle with the might struggle a little
That
bit
one's definitely warmer than that.
on consoles, maybe. My favourite Lexic Dark is the iced coffee cooler.
Well, 106 was the axle that we were looking at there, right?
Stuff.
That's your 5-6.
Yeah, 5.6.
We're going uphill again, aren't we?
Okay, no.
Got to come off the dynamics there.
Go ahead, over.
Yeah, we got a bearing that was 109 degrees. Seems to be the hottest one that was found back there.
I thought we tipped over the summit, but clearly not.
Okay, did you put a temp stick on it or anything?
The conductor's got a gun, I guess temperature gun.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure our bearing guy can look at that too. But, so I don't have a chart that tells me what temperature's good or not good. Was that hot or not hot?
I mean, I guess it was a little bit warmer than the ones around it, so if you want, we can set it out there. Be safe.
Yeah, but I'll have our bearing, I'll have the manager talk to the bearing guy, see if he can or what he wants to do there.
Okay, be standing by, thank you.
The truck's over it.
Yeah, it appears they're going in the yard.
Bob says, my main point is that Britain has steam locomotives, but no other country does. I think it's reasonable to flag the ships of the countries in the game, even just for rail tours. Look, it's not a bad request to have Big Boy and Challenger in the game at all. Not by a long way. But the only reason Steam stopped
101.
is because it's so hard. The simulator engine just isn't that good with Steam. Oh, there's a ton of people have asked for Big Boy. But I really do think it'll take a third party.
Center 111, South RMF. We got a approach divergence on Keen to this advanced approach up now, and we're active over.
MTG says, I think a third party would end up doing US and Deutschland Steam. Yeah, I do like the can bag.
BNSF detector, milepost 1139.4. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 542 out.
I don't think it'd matter, MTG, if a third party wanted to do it, because the risk's on them. The DTG website people are talking about is the Dovetail forums.
Dispatcher 56.
Which are these things?
Okay, switches lined up and you're locked up, getting back on the move there.
Oh no, we're going too fast. Whatever will we do?
Thank you.
56, minus 7689.
Go ahead, over.
Yeah, can we get that 6.6 so we get the conductor back up on the head end?
Yeah,
Have fun,
as
Lord
we're done
Vectron.
here from our bearing guy, what we're going to do here, we'll get you going.
Thank you. Enjoy yourself.
Roger that.
Have a safe evening.
One certain. Oh, yeah, I guess it. Yeah, well, I'm trying to get it now, but no one will line.
What's going on there?
Hey, Brian, you want us to tie down and get in a van?
Whoops.
You know what? Almost, but you know, I think we're not going to do it.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
All this should have been handled before you called it early.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be this big of an issue.
No, we're up to 4. 4, mate. Not 6.
You really knew that.
So Stockton, dispatcher being set 3804 east, over.
3804, Rattle.
Just want to change up what movement planner did here. Can the engineer comply with stop indication west Stockton, over?
Oh, yeah. Green.
Down we slide. I don't know if you can get to
Alright,
those
thank
things.
you.
But, oops, these snow fences are actually kind of cool. I don't think too many of them float anymore. They used to.
What about it?
C wants dovetail to get it over with and drop TSW6. You could do it much simpler than that, sir.
3111 South End Main 1, Diverse Approach Ace. Red market, point for short. Out.
Where's the big foot plate fixed up? Don't know. It's hiding. What would you want to see in 6 if 6 was to exist? What routes do you think they should include? If it was a thing. Saying it's a thing, but if it was a thing, what would you want to see this year?
Abril, main track 1, Fresno.
Have fun with your visitors, see? I hope they are pleasant. Dynamic brakes on this locos work a little too well.
Approach market, point short to be in. Out.
MTG says East Coast Main Line, London to somewhere. Lexic Dark says UFOs stealing cows. You know, Lexic Dark, I hate to tell you this, but there is actually a route where that happens. Cathcart Circle has got a UFO. And Skulder and Mully, as distinct from Scully and Mulder. The hair colour's right, at least. Moscow to North Korea, 10,000 kilometres in 9 days. That sounds like a plan. These brakes work really too well. Get off. Where are we at on the route now? Yeah, we've gotten into the right-hand bit. Choo Choo Train says York to Manchester. That would be interesting. I've ridden that. Bob says Takeda Shinkansen, a Swiss route with the RE460, the Talathin Railway, and the Strasbourg Railroad in Pennsylvania would be a nice start. That's a pretty big menu there, Bob. I'll be riding a Shinkansen in a few weeks. That'd be cool. The RE460 is an interesting beast. Why are my security lights on? Yeah. It's the neighbours walking their giant dog through my front yard again. Yeah, there goes every single light turning on as they go down the house. That must annoy the shit out of them. Talathin Railway is a personal favourite of mine because it's the sister railway of the railway that I work for. And I have fired on Talathin. I'm debating whether I go back there this year. Because I'd rather go back there when we go again with the missus, because she can't come this year. But I'd rather go to Wales with her and take her around as well. It's nice. Scenery looks nicer at this end of route than the other end. Looks almost like the Victorian countryside at the end of summer. Strasbourg is an interesting steam railway too. I don't think I ever went to Strasbourg. Have been to Pennsylvania though, but I don't think I went to Strasbourg. But I know the one you mean. It's a good railway. MTG says, if there was a 6, I'd just like a UK route the same length as Shat. I don't even care if there isn't a new train. You want a modern UK route? New routes usually come with a new train and, of course, a shed, which is an FD70 hiding in a caravan. As they do. I'm still trying to get hold of a copy of Heavy Haul that I can actually install.
UP8419, may we have lights to French Sky, please, F089 over.
MTG said someone mentioned shed. It's a bit like mentioning Vectron when Lord Vectron is around.
Alright, are you going to be shoving the entering over? Yes, sir. Okay, when you guys shove the entering, will you clear McKinley over? No. Onshore. Possibly.
Bob says British freight locomotives that are not a 66 would be nice.
Okay. Not sure, but possibly you think you can clear McKinley over? Let me look at my numbers here.
There is a new loco that's just come out in the UK that from Alstom, and it's at the event that Dovetail are going to for the 200th anniversary that Alstom's putting on. Sadly, I'll be in the country for that, but
I don't
tickets
think
are all
we'll
sold
clear
out.
over. Okay, so I don't think you'll clear the shove entering, you're going to come back out, and then you'll go back to your train over? Yes, that's correct. Okay. Will you guys clear when you go back to your train over? We can clear up for you if you need us to after we come back to the main over. Sounds good. Look for lights here. We'll get you going. I mean, we have some time. It's just I got that Z train that's usually in the picture there about 5 o'clock. So we'll get you started, and then go back to our train. We'll check in here. Okay. Yeah. Once we get back to the main, I'll check in with you again. Over. Sounds good. Thanks for. Thank you.
Need to get some more SD cards, I think. Pete says, tanks delivered, 2-hour drive and 92 miles. Excellent. Update this camera, bear with me a moment. I'm just getting my camera set up for Friday's run. The little GoPro. We're doing 54 miles an hour. That might be a little bit fast. Eh, what could go wrong?
BNSF detector. Milepost 113.0.9. Main 2. No defect. Repeat, no defect. Detector out.
The reason they've always given for not doing the 56, 58, 60, 67, 68, 70, 90, 92 and the 99s is because they're not ubiquitous. The sheds run all over the country and the other ones only run on single areas. They're actually insisting on the updating consumption. We're trying to know how to do this now. Preferences. Reset. Format SD card. Format.
UNSF Cow to the 315, over. Eric, do you have the LP number of that printer? We may need to actually print you a hard copy. Okay, well they say that MTR is down. Even if we push it electronically, work order print it, it's not going to pop up on the MTR because MTR is down completely. So give me a couple more minutes. I was just curious if you had the LP number in your brain. But, okay, thank you. I'll give you a shout back.
John, it should be 604.9.
What was the number?
604.929, I believe.
604-929.
Yep.
It's a big train.
Here, I thought it was Ryland. My apologies, Ryland.
Not accepted.
Finally. We got to the end. Oh, bell's running.
Alright, we got cleared for departure. Inform me, main track 2, inform me.
It's disturbing how those snow fences are drawing the shadows.
38, here we go.
Those locos all run MTG. They're all fairly current. If not on mainline service in preservation, but some of them are running on mainline. We haven't seen a train for a while, have we? Hello, Drummy. How are you? Birds. Impressive.
Dutch 56 BNSF 7689, over.
next hot box detector, let me know. Over.
Okay,
Not okay,
proceed at
Drummy.
30 miles an hour to the next
Having
hot
endless
box
fun.
detector. Let you know when we find that.
Katy.
That's good. Yeah, once
Yes,
you clear
you.
the next one, just give me a call. If I have any other alerts, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I think we'll be able to resume normal after that. Over.
Okay, roger that. So we'll let you know. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. And then do you need a backup move or anything? Over.
Looks like the conductor pretty much walked all the way up, so I think we're good. Thanks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, here we go. Thanks.
Bob says, aren't there a few restored for heritage lines and still have original parts? And there's the ones laid up at Totem Yard. Probably you can take much to gain permission to scan them. They probably don't need to. There's probably 3D models of them already.
North over.
We jumped so far ahead it hasn't cleaned the scenery yet. They've not done the other English freight because of they're just not used that much.
I think we're highballing Fresno, working Stockton. Let me double check. I just sat down. Let me verify here real quick. Over.
We get out ahead of the train and see if it draws some scenery. It looks a little bland at the moment. It's Redneckapalooza.
And then we'll still plan on Stockton. I'll let you know if that changes. Over. Here we go, Scout.
EG field support said the system crashed back in Fort Worth as well, so he's going to work when the system comes back up, send a work order print to that printer.
Bloody long, isn't it? I think we're actually getting pretty close to the end. We are. Should probably start slowing down, I guess. No, this one loses the dynamics even though you bail off. That's annoying. Oh no, they're starting to go back up now. getting the sounds can be harder than you may think, because to get the sounds they actually have to get out on the network with them running at various speeds, and that can be a challenge. Ooh, look at that. Signal worked. Just trains like the BR era. I should put that back on, shouldn't I? It is good that TSG is supporting the Restoration Society that owns the E94. And I think they have done things like that with West Somerset. MTG thinks Skyhook would bring us the new modern freight loco. You're a big fan of what they're doing with Cargo Line. You never know what the future might bring.
Spectre 56 EP 6661 over.
Just about there.
Yeah, how are you guys configured over? And do you have fuel on this over?
Should do a quickie on another American route, I think. Any preferences?
Okay. Yeah, if you could let me know the second unit and I'll relay it off to Russell.
Top line, you got approach, now on 1940, followed by diverse approach on later, point 7 Pacific.
Which end class are we thinking of, Melbourne Trango?
11 top line.
If you're thinking about the big dog bone.
That's 60P 8419 over.
Still not quite in the yard at the other end yet. What should we do as a supplemental run? Because we're still a little early. Nice little junkyard over there, hit by a tornado clearly. Cars chucked everywhere. See, that's the OCD person's area. That's the ADHD person's area. Aren't letters wonderful? Boston Worcester. Lexic Dark says walk the track and pick up rubbish. That might take a little while. Only suggestion so far is Boston Worcester. Any others? Something I'd like to see in the game actually is the San Francisco Belt Railway. And it actually was railway too. A little bit of it still exists. Very little bit. It was a street boat railway that ran around San Francisco and Oakland and a couple of other areas. Let's see if I can run over myself. If I do, I'll probably spad. A Cellar Express, suggests Bob. Haven't done an Acela for a while. Is there any Acelas on Boston Worcester? Sure. I'll have to have a look. Will she stop in time, or will she spad? That's the question. Note the no hands, by the way. Look at that. Perfect.
Approach to Virgin Pacific, diverse flag, still channel 2, over.
And only a bronze. Oh, that speeding bit me, I guess. Alrighty, let's go have a look at... I'm just curious whether there's an Acela on Boston Worcester. I'm not actually sure. God, that was noisy. Let's turn them off for a bit. Alright, train depot. Let's have a look at the ass smeller. There it is, the ass smeller. Does have one on Boston Worcester. Look at that. Oh, the little shorties. No long ones. Oh well, do one of those. That'd be fine. Go. The radio will be entirely the wrong zone now, but that'll do. E.T. found home. I might just turn them down because somebody's transmitter's gotten awfully loud on that one. Oh, that's right, we're in the yard. We're going to go 5 miles an hour in an ass smeller. That's okay though. Is there a key somewhere I have to do? Cut off. Now can I do it? Oh, there we go. Yep, forwards. Good.
This is Stockton dispatcher, answering Mormon radio. 303, go ahead. Okay, once you're in the clear there, we'll get you down back home.
Wrong side. Brakes seem to work. It's backwards. There we go.
It's Stockton dispatcher, answering Riverbank radio. 305 over.
We're supposed to do 5 miles an hour, but I think that's happening for sure. Not 220. That seems more reasonable. I will eat you. Hello. Bob thinks Skyhook should do the supersized loads like shipping boilers from foundries. Well, you never know. The supersized stuff has been fairly well received in ATS and ETS, so I guess you never know.
Okay, signal indication.
Could happen. And I agree, it would be cool. I'm going to get power. No, back to off. Power. One of the things would be cool is the, what are they called? Schnabel cars. Schneebel cars? The ones that carry massive transformers and stuff. They'd be really cool.
It's Stockton dispatcher, answering over. Yard down 302 over.
Airplane parts for Airbus, you reckon? That'd be possible? It's my other half who's impressed with her bread. It's been rising behind me in the heat. But now she's finished doing that, I'll turn the heater off. We roll down into Boston South. MTG would love to see Airbus trains or logging trains, something different what we already have. You could do those powertrain trains where they carry all of the sustainable wood to burn in the power stations, because it's better than coal. Honest. Little diagonal lights there. We have a green. Houston, we have a green. Go for throttle up, Challenger. There probably is a railroadradio.net for Boston, I would think. Eastern zones. Baltimore, central New Jersey. That's probably the closest we're going to get. There's nothing around Boston. I will eat you, says an anyone TSW is not noted the class 66 for use so much. No, we've just been talking about that, I will eat you. MTG says, shit. Bob says the 66 could be about to replace with the 99 once they've proven themselves. Isn't the 99 just an upside down 66? You just slide along on its roof, it'll be fine. Jumbo train, hello. You're going to ask us to get the jumbo train in TSW, aren't you? Of course you are. Welcome to Boston. Maybe we should give this thing a proper run out the other way. What do you reckon? Take it out in Boston Providence for a quick one. Doesn't take that long to run the route on the Acela. Kicked out. Sliver. Alrighty, sounds like we're doing it. Let's rock. Proper Acela speed run. See how brave I am. Might even go HUD free. To the trains. Asmella. Boston Spoinker. Let's do another early morning one. Boston to Providence. Aren't there ones that are a limited express? No, it doesn't look like. Boston to Providence. Off we go. 6 a.m. And we'll leave dynamic weather on. It's been kind to us so far. Railway Madness says one thing I'd like to see added is a decent port or harbour with trains being taken to the ships. Well, we've got East Coast Main Line. No, East Coastway is the one. Beep. Doors open. Let's go and turn on some safety stuff. Axis. Attack. Alert. Can you run all the way through this? No, it's only to the doors. Thought so. And I don't think you need to push it, but we will. And then we'll sit down. And lights. What else do you have to do? Open the window, of course. Looks promising. Looks good. Don't need any of those lights on. Tilting is enabled. Wipers, cab temp. Aircon. There is somewhere something else you're supposed to turn on somewhere. Can't remember what it is when you've got passengers. Ah, well. Oh, maybe it's that. What's the brakes? Passenger cut out. Passengers, fine. Start the brakes releasing. Start getting the doors closed. Off she goes. East Coastway's got a port with a ferry. I don't think you can go in there though. It's just there. He kicked me. Snake our way across the yard. MTG says there's coal and coke loading facilities down at the port area, and there's sightings at New Haven town. This is ECS for the 3 empty cars for 313, a passenger run to Brighton, right next to the ferry. Actually, I'm looking for a good service for East Coastway, so if you know of one, I want one. Supposed to start Boston Back Bay.
To 315 over. Hey guys, just to sit down, try to get a little bearing straight here. About how much longer do you think till you guys are going to be ready to blast off? Alright, copy that. Signal indication then, over.
Surprised ATC hasn't yelled at me yet. Doing 32. Yeah, if you know of an interesting service, give me the departure or the service number. In fact, Melbourne train guy, contact me on Discord later. Let's chat about something. Alright, door is open. Just had a spare one with me. Thought I'd stock up. Moo, moo, moo. Come on, get on the train. It's trying to get that really loud fan. It's right there. Right behind the driver. Bob says, indeed, Melbourne. What about freight being taken to the dockside, like at Falmouth, Fishguard Harbour and Liverpool before all the container docks were built? Ah, Falmouth, where Matt dropped the fish in the sea. We're going to wait that long, really. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. We could just go early. It's a bit mean, though. Wow, shiny pants. Have you got your shiny pants on today? See more shiny pants. What is going on with the shiny pants today? Something behind you, mate? Not worried, are you? Not worried about the lady in the yellow hat, maybe? She's worried about you. You worried about him? I would be. It's a bit weird. Mind you, yellow hat. Purple cardigan. No. Don't think so. It's time to go? No. What are you lot doing? Eh? More shiny pants. And a shiny skirt. Impressive. They've got such wild eyes today, don't they? Look at them. Weird.
91.1, Cat 2.
Ah, it's almost time. 40 more seconds. There we go. And Route 128, fair enough. Not out of speed. See? Liar. You thought the blue hat was hair. Excellent. All ruggles, no one likes them. This is a slightly faster run than the other one. I'm going to close the window, the sound's kind of annoying. Oh, it's still annoying. How about that? Why'd you close that door? Oh, that's why. That's better. That's not as hideous now.
6 over.
Full power, and we've almost got to 120 mile an hour. Almost.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, no problem.
It's a remarkable thing about the Shinkansen. You sit in that thing and it just goes whoosh. Last time I rode one, I had a GPS speedo on my phone just stuck up against the window. And it got to top speed real fast. You just didn't feel it though. It was so smooth.
Yeah, you'll eyeball Stockton over.
Wonder what would happen if I stuck a GoPro on the outside of a Shinkansen. I wonder if it'd stay there. It's been a while since I've done this route. I'm not sure hut free is such a good idea, but you know. You only live once, right? MTG says has the same background sounds, not identical to similar, but to 390 at least you close the door to shut it up. Yes, you can. You need some of that flex tape, TM. Yeah, the theatre stuff. Whooshka. Slightly faster than our last run. I was trying to remember how far away Route 128 was. It's not halfway, is it? It's like up near the Stoughton branch. Before that. Or is it after that? 4 miles. That answers that question. It's before it. So Harris is interesting. The Acela is compatible in TSW. You can drive it everywhere. UK, Germany, France, even Netherlands. Zwolle, Groningen. I've never tried. Let's get the station view representation. Whoosh. This is Reading, isn't it, this one? Oh, that train that's on the trestle is always there. Bob says the Tokaido Shinkansen definitely needs to be added as the world's first dedicated high-speed line. I think we should have the Hello Kitty Shinkansen and the Pikachu Shinkansen because they exist. What do we got? Oh. I'm hopeful our trip from Tokyo to Osaka we get one of the smaller ones that's only 2x2 on each side. Rather than the one with 4 seats each side. I can imagine the Pikachu Shinkansen. I've seen it. There's another JR train that runs Pikachu as well. Perfect view. That should have the back in. It should do fine.
Prince of Stockton to the 302 job over.
Yard 302 over.
Yes, sir. We just.
Oilichu says, I want to see the bright line with a charger in Train Sim World if they can get the license.
That is correct.
Just think of all the cars you could run over. You wouldn't have to worry about the cars that run through the crossings because it's just normal in Florida. In Florida. We early again. Surprise! We might have to go collectible hunting or something.
You still there, Stockton Sub?
Yes, sir. Are y'all running under the 3748 over?
That is correct. 3748. That's
Do not hold the doors.
ready to head back to Mormon Yard West End.
Nice lunchbox, dude. Matches your hat.
3748.
Awesome.
Mile post 1120.4. You have authority on main track 2 TWO.
It's pink lunchbox day, clearly. There's another one.
3748 has the authority.
Pink lunchboxes everywhere. Yeah, it must be time to go, surely.
Yes, sir. All correct.
All correct.
Empty. It's gonna be one of those services, huh? Like just drag an empty train out to somewhere. I suppose we are more or less running a deadhead on this one, because there wouldn't be many people going this way in the morning. How close are we? Is it time? Yeah, it's time. No juices? No juices. Juices? Let me guess, I have to put that to 0 first. Juices? Why do we have no juices? It's interlocked. Why is it interlocked? The alert to go off or something while we weren't watching. Still no juices. I am confused. Let's reboot it. Can't. Okay, I'm confused. What does it want? Oh, it still thinks the doors are open. Really? I thought we got the thing to go, or do I open on this side? Ah! Right. Juices. There we go. Good stuff. Boop. I think Matt might have been handing out lunchboxes. Quite possibly.
open. Yeah, go ahead, over.
It's interesting, Axis is holding us at 1:30. It must be for the points at Canton Junction. And we're going to Providence now. All the way, non-stop. Full banana. Have I seen the Minecraft movie I Will Eat You? No. Have you seen Spaceballs? Probably not.
Drum and engineer Hendrick. Split crew, 4:40 at 5 o'clock. Yeah, it looks like they split it 4:40 at 5 o'clock now.
Off we go.
East over.
The Solar Express is similar to a TGV. You've heard of Spaceballs, I Will Eat You. My Schwartz is bigger than yours. How are we going to make time if we're limited to 1:30 all the way? Bob has seen the Spaceballs many times. May the Schwartz be with you. Indeed. I actually thought Mel Brooks was dead, but he's in the trailer for the new one, so I guess not. Am I really? I am. Oops. Brakes. Two, 5. That'll do. Party on, dude. No. Back to 0. Party on. Partying on, sir. Alright, go up to 1:30 again. Come on, stay there. Bloody rail driver. There we go. That'll do. We'll settle for 129. It'll be fine. 128 maybe. Bob says, I like the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. You went to see it. Cool. I didn't know there was a new one. We did an inclusivity exercise at work, and they asked if you could be the opposite sex. Who would you pick? And I said Daenerys. And they said, why? Because she's got dragons. Your tax dollars at work. Always kind of thought that if a boy was to body swap with a girl for a day, he'd never leave the mirror in the bathroom in the morning. Bob says, yep, live action remake keeps to the original. Cool. I Will Eat You likes the Holiday Express. Got a gnome. Soon we'll get to the 150 mile an hour bit. We can barrel it up a bit more. MTG says, valid, dragons do beat most things. Indeed. I Will Eat You says, Woodhaven is spooky in LAR commuter. Why do you find it spooky? Leaving Boston, heading for Providence, or should I say Boston? Speed is coming down.
So Stockton, Mormon over. 302 over.
Back up to 130. Oh, rail driver. Stay where you put.
Detector, milepost 91.1, fast food.
That was a girly defect detector. I've never heard one before. It's kind of cool.
Stockton, UP 9912 over.
Iwalichi says Woodhaven is abandoned and old with no people on the platforms and no train stopping at the station. You can stop there if you want to. 150, let's roll.
Go back to the B lead over. Yes, sir. Alright, cover that signal indication. Your dispatcher said that he's got to get y'all out ahead of the A's.
Full power.
Like 20-30 minutes. So, get you across there. Guys, appreciate it. That's Stockton out. So you want to go to 84?
Oh, look at those poor people in the pink train. So slow. Compared to the mighty ass smeller.
Go ahead.
For those of you who have just joined, if you're wondering why we're not rallying the Katy on Sherman Hill, it's because we finished it. We're just filling in some a bit of extra time running the Acela on Boston Providence. We're heading towards Providence right now. We are travelling full banana. There's a ladies' deodorant brand that looks exactly like an Acela locomotive. It's exactly the same shape. You could paint it silver and put Amtrak stuff on it. It would look like the Acela. I will eat you enjoys driving Thomas in TSW. Like that the eyes move instead of being stationary. I think the eyes moving is a very important part of Thomas. Probably should stay in here since we're running access and ATC. It could slow me down any time at once. So we don't run up the train, run up the bum of the train in front of us. And for the lurkers who aren't in the chat, you're absolutely welcome to chat if you would like to. Subscribers are also welcome to post in the new community feature in YouTube. Looks like our friends at the Goog are having another crack at a social network. It's been a little while. MTG says, what about the devious grin that they gave Diesel? It wouldn't be Diesel if he wasn't devious. They don't call him friendly Diesel or handsome Diesel or good Diesel or excellent Diesel or most useful Diesel. No, they call him devious. I do want them to make the one with the bucket on the front that grabs things. Oops. Whee. Whee. Oh no, I didn't can get into suppression fast enough. It's going to let me get away with it, I think. Yes, it is. And let's get the juices back on again. What's it going to settle down to? Back into suppression. No, not penalty application. I've got suppression. I'm good. Come on, rail driver. Settle your little lever down. There you go.
UP detector, milepost 78.5.
Maybe if they did, he wouldn't be so devious, says MTG. Well, that's possible. Noisy little unit. Warning, the next train is not stopping. Quiet, you. Always forget about this corner. Quiet. You're all good, train. There's nothing for you to worry about. These aren't the droids you're looking for. It's fine. Bob says I'd have gone for season 2 and 3 face for diesel. Bucket on the front. Could be Marion or a diesel 10. I will eat you says I'm still patient. Give remaster things take time. Not everything goes fast. Indeed. Not terribly far out of Providence, I guess. 4 miles to go. It's the curves, then the yard, then the station. Or is it the other way around? No, it's the curves, then the yard, then the station.
UP detector, milepost 78.5.
Bob says, I prefer Star Trek to Star Wars.
684. Temperature 61 degrees. Detector out.
Is the yard that trains start in sometimes? Quiet, you. We really overspeed? We are. Come on. No, we've got suppression. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
UP dispatcher 60 UP 7964 over.
7964, go ahead, over.
Good morning. I am ready for you. Signal indication, and it looks like you have a rear end set out at Ozol, over.
Yeah, that is correct. Rear end set out.
Perfect. Thanks. Dispatch up.
Passengers, you should start getting your belongings, pets and children together. Please get your birds back in the cages, cats back in their travel boxes, and of course your dogs back on the lead. If anyone's pets have eaten anybody else's pets, a complaint form is available from your conductor. We will shortly be arriving in Providence. The Acela is now travelling at 69 miles an hour, looking for a partner. MTG thought they were eating the cats and dogs. Maybe. I Will Eat You says Star Trek Lower Decks has a cat. It does. Has a cat person indeed. If anybody wants to tip the driver today, there is a slot below my cabin window at the front of the train. Small unmarked bills only, please. It's unusual to get knocked down to 30 on the way into here. I was not expecting that at all. Bob says, I will eat you. Yes, indeed, they're called Caucasians. As in Catians. Welcome to Providence. Well, you know the saying, Melbourne train guy. The Captain Kirk modus of operandi. If you can't root it, eat it. If you can't eat it, shoot it. No, none of your penalty application rubbish. We're not quite at the end of the platform yet. Alright, we'll put up with it. Open the doors then. Do the wave at the passengers. Yeah, you're going the wrong way, mate. No tips? No, you walk all the way up here, no tips? No good, eh? You know, I've never seen a train in that platform, but they always stand over there. Makes you wonder where they're going. Well, that's been it for another stream. We've taken the Katy over the hill on Sherman Hill. And we've dragged the Asmeller out from Boston out to Providence, because we could. lock the door standing here? Probably not. I probably have to actually go back and sit in my seat. Now I can probably lock the doors. And come and stand over here again, watching the people come and go. And there we go. That's it. Look at that. Not even any significant speeding and a glod.
All right, 305, 34 track it is. 34. What power do you have? You have the...
Alrighty, that's it for today, folks. So thank you very much for joining in. And MTG, make sure you Discord me a DM. I want to have a chat with you about a little idea I have. And in the meantime, that'll be it. I'll be back on Sunday. I've actually got the day off on Friday before I run the night train. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do something, maybe I won't. Alrighty, have fun, enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you next time. As on request indeed, doing the Sherman. Bye now.
Yeah, put that
See
on
ya.
the west end of 16.